Hey everyone, welcome back to another edition of Six Pack Cinema. It's just me and Dave today. Should be pretty good. We're talking about game night.
Dude, you should review movies.
Oh my god, yes.
Okay, I've had a couple, so movie review.
And this episode is brought to us by our first ever sponsor, Toys R Us, where you can get all of your Mattel and Playtime needs. Any board game you want, go to Toys R Us. They're around forever. Dave?
Yes. I would say definitely run to the closest Toys R Us. No matter when you're listening to this, you know they're going to be there. Mm-hmm. They have any toy. I have nephews and a niece. I go there all the time to get them stuff.
Childhood staple.
Absolutely. It's way more convenient than Amazon.
Right. Now let's talk about game night.
I love this movie.
Oh my god, yes.
I had, going into it, I was kind of I'm sure it'll be alright. I'll get a couple laughs out of it and it'll be fine. I can't remember the last time I had so much fun watching a movie.
I can't remember the last time I laughed out loud that much in a theater.
Yeah, absolutely. I was out of words there, but at least every 5 to 10 minutes there was an audible laugh.
Yeah.
Which is why, not a chuckle to yourself, but a guffaw.
Yeah, and I think this has really gone under the radar too. Is one of the greatest comedies ever.
Oh, without a doubt. I was looking at the box office numbers earlier today, and it's only made $8 million, which is a goddamn shame.
You sure about that? No, I'm looking at $49.5 million right here.
Oh, well then Rotten Tomatoes was wrong.
Rotten Tomatoes sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, well, fuck you, Rotten Tomatoes. Well, that makes me feel better.
That may have been opening night or opening weekend numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And they went up against the weekend after Black Panther, so their timing was all messed up. They went in between Black Panther and all the Oscars. So,
well, did you also see little Black Panther talk and Marvel talk? They were the #1 movie again for the 8th weekend in a row. First time that's happened since Avatar.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
so
Black Panther matters, man.
Apparently. And I am hyped for Avengers. But
Nice.
This isn't the Marvel podcast. All right, so you like the movie too?
Loved it.
All
mean, this is one of the best of the year, comedy-wise.
Without a doubt. And we're barely through Q1 of the year.
And I would even say this is probably the best comedy in the past 10.
Okay. I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to throw this out there then. Do you think this is finally a return to form for Jason Bateman? Because I like everything he's been in lately.
I think he's always
been
been around.
I haven't had a good comedy out of him in a long time. I think he's never the problem. The movies are always good to okay.
I contest. Horrible Bosses 1 and 2 were great.
I didn't like the second one so much.
Really?
I love the first.
Oh, that's great stuff.
But that was how long? That was 6 years ago, 7 years ago now.
Was it really?
Yeah, I think he came out in 2012.
Wow. Shit.
He's been doing great things.
Time flies.
I loved Ozark. I haven't
no.
seen him in a movie I enjoyed this much in a long time.
No, he is. Yeah, no. This was definitely one of his best ever since Arrested Development.
Yeah, the good years of that, not the weird comeback season.
Yeah, the real one. We don't talk about Netflix.
Yeah, fuck you. Sponsor the pod.
Sure, we got Toys R Us. Relax.
Well,
I'm
trying
to
to
get all the big money.
I'm trying to retire here. Anybody, please sponsor the pod. So, Winston, New Girl.
Yep.
Is this his first major movie?
I want to say no,
What else?
but
has he been in?
I can't think of anything else he's been in.
Because he stole the scene in every one of his scenes. I felt like.
What was his? Lamorne Morris?
I don't know. He's Winston to me.
Yeah, I'm looking at his IMDb. Nothing.
Nothing. So this is his first major film.
He's got a lot of shit, a lot of stuff I've never heard of.
Well, I'm so happy for him.
Yeah.
This should be a breakout role for him. He should be in in comedies for the next 5 years.
Yep.
And I gotta say the line that got the biggest laugh in the entire theater, because I just saw it today right before we recorded, was at the end when somebody was flipped onto the glass table. He's like, "Damn, glass tables are acting weird tonight."
Yeah.
Yes. Entire theater was just dying laughing.
Oh my god, yes. The one that got me hard was the Hitler joke when they're doing the charades.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are high-fiving Hitler.
No, well, and then the what's they're saying what's best, the ultimate, the greater than everyone else. White. It's like
They Yes, as she's sitting next to him.
Yeah, this movie was great. It didn't pull any punches. It had the off-color humor. It was awesome. Loved it.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and I worry about a lot of comedies now, too. Feeling they can't do the off-color stuff because we're in such a political climate where people are not taking the jokes so well.
Yeah.
So it was refreshing to see. This movie could have been made 10 years ago when they wouldn't have changed the jokes based on social climate at all.
Exactly. And I like the young dumb guy who just dated all the hot young blondes that looked exactly the same, and then he brought the old lady and as a ringer for the game night, and she was awesome. I love that they're like when they're going into that person's house, they're like, you don't need to be here. You should just go. And she's like, yeah, well, if you die, then I'm gonna feel terrible. So
yeah.
If that were me, I would piece the fuck out. It's like, I don't know you guys.
Without a doubt. I also loved in the beginning too when they were saying, really, you don't feel bad about bringing these dumb girls and losing because of them? He's like, no, I don't need the validation. They're like, but you need the validation of dating Instagram models? He's like, yes, of course I do.
Yeah, that was very spot on for every 22-year-old guy out there. Mm-hmm. Why was he younger? He was much younger than all of them, right? They weren't trying to pretend that they were all the same age.
I think he was younger than them, but I wouldn't say... He was probably like late 20s, whereas the rest of them were supposed to be like early to mid 30s.
Yeah.
So he was probably like the young friend of the group, but not wildly young.
And as long as we're talking about characters, Rachel McAdams, I don't think I've loved her more in anything than this one right here.
Yeah, this is a solid.
Like, I fell head over heels in love with Rachel McAdams again.
I'll say that she was too competitive for me, but I could see why. Like other people.
No, she was perfect. I need a good competitive lady.
I don't know. Like, I need some competitiveness, but they were nuts about it.
Yeah. Well, she's the last time I loved her was when she was Regina George. And I mean, she was competitive then too.
Oof, yeah. That's still my number one. But you know what? I gotta poke a little bit of holes in the movie because otherwise it's just gonna be you and I talking about how great this movie is and how much we loved it.
Sure,
Something that bothered me was after the first night when the brother wasn't there, and she was like, "Oh man, I see it. He's such a dick to you. Like, I just thought you were talking shit and like this was just you bitching about normal brotherly stuff. How do you not meet your husband's brother until that first night?" Except they definitely met in the past because they say, like, oh, it's good to see you again. So she just ignored that he treated him like shit?
I think that was twofold. That might have been like the glass breaking situation where she was like, it was brought to her attention and now she can't not see it. Or it was just simply like, oh, yeah, this is my husband. I'm on his side. I'm like, oh, yeah, man, he is the worst. You're right. He told his dick. Just to be the good wife.
Yeah. I don't know. Mm-hmm. That bothered me a little bit. Just, like, it's a minor nitpicky thing, but I was like, really? This guy's treating your husband like shit, and you never...
It's not minor. That's a completely valid point. Good for you for pointing that out. I don't know. Yeah, it was something to talk about. Yeah, it's great.
Gotta pat myself on the back for that. I'm crushing it.
So let's sit here. What would Jimmy poke holes in this movie for? What would he do?
A whole bunch of technical shit that I don't know.
Oh, the focal racking. Oh, my God, it was way off.
Oh, man, that one scene when the focal racked, or like when she was carrying the gun, you could clearly tell it wasn't a real gun.
Yep, and they
used the shitty prop.
They were using the lighting as a tonal adjustment, or I don't know. Yeah, I can't speak, Jimmy.
Yeah,
no one can.
That's why I really think he's one of a kind.
I really think he'd like this movie.
I think he would too. I don't think we told him we were going to do this movie. He might be a little upset when we send him our audio clips being like, hey, we did game night.
Yeah, because he was going to see it with his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Whoops.
So, Jimmy, you have a little bit of time before you edit this. You better go see it or we're going to ruin it.
Mm-hmm.
Editor's update. This movie had cool technical stuff. They made the tilt shift so it looked like a board game, while putting everything in blur besides the houses and the cars, so it looked like a board game. It was very cool. I liked it.
So I talked about the comeback, the Jason Bateman comedy comeback. Do you think we're about to get a Michael C. Hall comeback?
I was
'Cause
just going
loved
to
him
bring
as
that
the
up.
Villain.
I was just going to bring him up. That wasn't Michael C. Hall. That was Dexter. That was the same guy. That was fucking same outfit and everything. That was Dexter. I loved it.
Oh my god, it was incredible. The second he showed up,
I'm not a cheerer.
Like Matt Damon in Interstellar for me. I was like, oh my god, he's here.
When he came on screen, I'm not a cheerer by any means, but I almost like gave like a yes, it's Dexter. He's back.
Yes. I had to bite something back like that too.
In no way was I expecting him to be there.
I so hope we're about to get a huge comeback by him because I loved him and he did Dexter and then nothing. Where he was on a Broadway play for a little bit and that was it.
Yeah, he was finding himself. Whatever. Dexter. We've already talked about Dexter. How the last season sucked balls. The last 3 seasons were terrible.
Yeah, pretty much after the Trinity Killer, it went downhill.
Did we talk about the poster that was released?
No.
Yeah, there was a poster that got released for Dexter coming August 2018. The final
like an
season.
Actual one?
Yeah, it looked real good. Apparently, it was a fake.
Oof, that's upsetting. I know that must have hurt you.
Oh my god, I was straight. I believed it for like a week. I was on air, man. I was like, oh, we're gonna finally make this season right.
That's rough.
Yeah, it had like half of Michael C. Hall's face and then half of the other like murderous bitch face.
I might have to look that up after this.
You should. Yeah, it got the juices going and then came crashing back to reality when I realized it wasn't real.
But hey, you got him back for this movie at least.
Yeah, and it was great.
He was perfect in it too, like as an actual criminal, not goofing around with these guys, like treating it serious.
And how he was like, yeah, no, just give me the list and we're good to go.
Yeah,
like,
and then he ate the list and he's like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, no, I'm not going to hurt these people. They've done nothing wrong. I just want the list.
I want him to say, like, this isn't the movies, even though it's like the movie.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Because this guy, in his head, he was just thinking he was in a bad movie.
Oh, yeah.
Which he kind of was.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a bad movie. He was in an amazing movie.
Well, no, it was great. But it was also like, yeah, there's no chance in hell that you're going to just go infiltrate some guy's house in a minivan and go under the radar and then just go take the Fabergé egg out of the fighting ring underground circle downstairs.
Oh, when they find the Fight Club, though, the look of pure joy on that guy's face when he's like, it's real.
Yeah. I leaned over to Shane. I was like, Fight Club, Fight Club, Fight Club, Fight Club,
Yeah.
It's coming.
As they were walking down the stairs, I did the same thing. I heard like a little bit of ruckus and was like tapping Kari. I was like, it's going to be a Fight Club. It's going to be a Fight Club. It's going to be a Fight Club.
Yes.
I was so happy for him.
It was, but like, if we're getting critical, it's dumb as hell. Like that whole like fighting scene, like the passing the egg up and down with two guys chasing him. Yeah, you got a house full of people who want to kill you. It's just not the two bouncers. There's no chance in hell they get out of there.
No, but it was like the scene's unrealistic. But
yeah,
it was so fun.
I have to bring up the unrealisticness of it. That's all.
They could have played Benihana music and it would have fit perfectly, and I loved it.
I wish they did. I wish they did.
That would have been like amazing. Like they embraced how like cheesy and crazy it was with them throwing the egg up the stairs, down the stairs, across the entire house.
And then, but the beautiful part was when the egg smashed because they had tapped the brakes in the car.
Yes. Made in China. Well, maybe it's just the sticker that's made in China.
What a dope.
Oh, man.
I hate people like that, but I love them in the movies.
What else do I want to talk about?
Westies.
Oh, okay. I know you really want to talk about that. You have the floor.
It's the year of the Westies. There was a Westie in 1617 or 1517 to Paris. Mm-hmm. Remember the Westie? Yeah. Big year. Big month. Westies are coming back.
And one very bad movie and one good movie. So they're like middle of the road now. Next Westie movie is going to make or break them.
They've always got Caesar, the dog food commercial. They're on all the time.
Oh, I don't see those. I just
it's adorable.
Watch things online. I don't see commercials anymore. It's great.
Yeah.
But as someone who works in advertising, go buy those products, folks.
Caesar. Yep, great stuff.
Sponsor the pod.
that whole the blood scene. Because my in-laws own a Westie and she's awesome, but when they pan back up the stream of blood on the rug to the Westie just like maniacally licking the carpet. Mm-hmm. Perfect Westie behavior. They probably didn't even need to tell to do that. It's just like, oh, something that tastes weird. I'm gonna just dive into it regardless of what it actually is. Ours it just licks the couch for no apparent reason for like legitimately. If you didn't stop her, she'd legit lick for an hour.
That's a weird ass dog.
They're the weirdest.
Maybe it shouldn't be the Year of the Westie then.
They're adorable.
Yeah, it's a very cute dog. I love that scene though, with the whole shrine to the guy's ex-wife there, and then he's like, he broke part of the shrine. It's like, fuck, poured water on the dog trying to make it better, and it was. He's like, oh, that's much worse. And then the dog shakes and just splatters blood all over the shrine.
And then it was like, I'm out. There's no coming back now.
Yeah, he's just
Abort!
like,
Abort! Gotta get out of here.
First he looked at, he was like, what am I been trying to dry her with? And it was a T-shirt memorializing the wife.
Yep.
So he's just like, fuck it, and then walks
Yep.
out like, guys, we gotta go.
But you know what? Just would piss me off a little bit though. The bathroom was like legitimately right next door. Just pick the dog up, go in that bathroom.
Either way.
Instead of pouring water all over the dog on the carpet, like use your goddamn brain.
I feel like in that situation you're panicking. He just saw a water bottle and was like, all right, let's try this.
But you know it's gonna make it worse. It's gonna make everything wet.
True. I don't know.
He went to the bathroom. He went to the bathroom, and so you know there's a bathroom right next door.
Yeah.
So again, we're poking holes because we have to.
Jimmy. This is for you.
Shout out, Jomboy.
Doing his Yankees bullshit.
I actually don't envy him down there. It looks hot as hell.
I do, just because it's been cold as fuck here lately.
That's true.
Like yesterday and today wasn't bad, but Friday was brutally cold here.
Mm-hmm. I'd get sunburned in like 3 seconds. So.
Editor's note: I did get sunburned really soon. It sucked. It was too hot.
Oof, that's not good.
Yeah.
But while we're on the Westie, let's talk about his owner. Jesse Plemons has been having a great year, I feel like.
What else has he been in?
He was in the Star Trek episode of Black Mirror. He was the captain.
I have not watched Black Mirror.
Ooh, all right, but
It's
rest of the world who has.
It's on my high list. It's high on my list to watch. I know.
Yes, he was in that. I just saw him in something else recently too. Fuck, I'm blanking. But I mean, he's been in a few things.
For me, his most notable thing was in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
We shot the kid in Breaking Bad.
That was his big break in that. It's a really fucked up character, Todd.
Yeah,
he's
he's a really fucked up looking guy.
I think it depends on the movie. Like some stuff, like he has like a boyish good looks about him, and then some stuff like he can just kill the lights in his eyes, so he looks like a psychopath, and it just changes how the rest of him looks. I feel.
No,
like.
I really do think that he is a psycho. He's got the psycho look. I don't think he ever looks good.
Fair.
He reminds me of like those toy dolls with like the weird like. He's a walking Toy Story. Toy Story. The weird kid that beheaded all of his toys.
You think he's like that?
He looks like that, in my opinion.
I think he's more just bloated Matt Damon.
Also, excellent comparison. Yep.
Because if somebody was like, "Hey, this is Matt Damon's son," I'd believe it.
His son, that's literally like 10 years younger than him. That's it.
I think he's in his like 20s.
Oh, that's an old 20s.
I'm pretty sure. I was just listening to an interview with him, and he said he just got engaged, so I think late 20s for that.
Okay, sure.
And Matt Damon's like in his 50s now. It's not that wild.
No, Matt Damon's like 30.
No way Matt Damon's 30.
He was
30 when I was like born.
He's forever in his 30s, man.
I wish. It's going to be a sad
timeless.
day when we lose him.
He's timeless.
But yeah, Jesse Plemons played that just weird, creepy neighbor perfectly. But then at the end, when he just popped up with the smile,
yeah,
it was just like, oh, yep. Like, I was just messing with you guys. Why I wanted to be invited back, and this is my way of showing you we were going to have a good time.
I wish I could talk like him, like he talks in there. Just talking about, what was it? He said, sharing a game amongst friends on a Friday evening. Just everything about it was super creepy.
Yes.
And it was, when he first started speaking, I was like, oh, buckle up. This is that's the kind of neighbor you move for. You don't pretend anymore.
Absolutely.
When he starts questioning the 3-for-1 Tostito chips, like, Frito-Lay doesn't have that kind of swing.
At the end, when they show his like master plan in the basement, and one of the major clues was an email from Frito-Lay not offering that promotion, and it's just highlighted and bolded, and he's like, I knew it.
Amazing.
Oh man, he's great.
Yeah.
Anything else you wanted to talk about besides the Yeah, besides Jesse Plemons.
No, I think that's good for me. The twists. How did you
twists.
How did you feel about all the twists? Did you feel like it was too much?
No. I felt like it easily could have been too much, but they played them perfectly. And then the final twist on the twist, where at the end he's like, and you guys learned all the lessons I wanted you to learn. All right, get up. And they turn back and he's still unconscious. He's like, no, I'm just fucking with you guys. But how great would that have been?
Yeah, I like how they kept they made fun of themselves, really.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that sealed the rest of the twist for me.
Because there was the twist of the fake actors being the real kidnappers, and then there was a twist of the cop organizing everything, only half the things that he thought he was organizing, I guess.
Yeah.
And then there was there one more twist before the final one or not?
It was Dexter being alive and still being in crime.
Yep. Yep.
That was a twist. And then the final one of him acting like it was a twist when it wasn't.
Okay. Still great stuff.
Oh, yeah. That was... I feel like Jimmy would have loved these twists compared to other movies we've seen recently.
This is a very high recommendation for Jimmy. If you're listening, Jimmy.
Jimmy, we know you're listening. You edit these. Go and watch this.
Third editor's note. I watched it. I liked it. The twists were good.
All right, should we hop into our rankings? Critical score, what are you giving it?
Critical, I'm going to give it probably like an 80. Solid 80, yeah.
That's a good one.
Because like I said, we loved it, we know that, but it still had flaws. Yeah. It was far-fetched. I think that's even generous. 80 is probably generous. But it's not supposed to be. But this is our like our mainstay. We have to be consistent with our percentage critical because they rank with each other. So,
I'm gonna say I give it a 78, so close to you.
79.
Yeah, 79
Excellent.
average. I agree. It's at least from someone who doesn't work in film or anything. I think it's shot very well. The plot is coherent. There's a couple of small things you can nitpick, like I was doing earlier, but for the most part, it all adds up and makes sense.
Yeah.
There's no real reason to knock it.
I agree.
All right.
I think for popcorns, we're just going to go unanimous 5.
5.
Absolutely.
That's time. Yeah.
I think I would give it a 6. 6 popcorns.
6. But yeah, most fun I've had in the theaters in such a long time.
Yeah, this one, if it doesn't start getting more and more credits soon, I'll be so ashamed because this one is
I'm going to tell people, people should listen to this podcast anyways, but I'm also going to tell people, hey, you should go see the movie.
Yep. This is the first time, there's only been 2 times where my theater's been sold out, basically.
Really?
Yeah. It's this one and Blade Runner.
Oh.
It's the only 2 times.
Both great movies.
Excellent movies. And this one was on a Tuesday night. Granted, it was a Tuesday night special, but still. And probably people were upset because they couldn't get Black Panther tickets, so they decided to go game night instead. Fine. It still counts.
Can I talk about my theater experience really quick?
You
pause.
absolutely can. Yes.
So we got to a Regal, and we tried, because we have Movie Pass, so we buy them separately. In Regal's fucking kiosks, if there's an empty seat, say there's a row and there's 2 seats open in it.
You can't buy 2.
I was thinking for a second how to describe it. You can't select one of them. It doesn't let you select a seat with one empty seat next to it.
Not if there's a single out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the stupidest fucking thing, because we both wanted to sit next to each other, but we're paying separately.
Yep.
So we couldn't choose it.
That's
and
why
we
you
went
don't
to 3 kiosks, being this can't be the actual system.
No, that's actually a very common system.
It's the stupid. I normally go to AMC's, and it's the stupidest fucking system.
There was no teller there for you to go to?
No. We ended up going. There was just a long line, so we ended up going to the teller. And by the time we got there, everything was sold out except the handicap seats.
Nice.
And they're like, "Oh, we'll just put you in those." And I was like, "Shit, they're it's not going to be great seats." And we got to the theater. It was that middle row where you normally want to sit. Yep. That was just the handicap seats in this theater. It was designed weird, and they reclined. There was tables. It was amazing. It was the best theater experience I had in a while.
Handicappers got it good, man.
They really do. I'm so jealous. They got everything going for them.
Yeah, except for legs. Yeah, I used to sell tickets at Fenway, and we had the same system. We literally we had to do a bypass if we wanted to sell 2 seats if there were 3 in a row and we want to buy a pair, we have to do a bypass to get 2 of those 3. Crazy.
So stupid.
Well, I mean, they want you to fill in the crowd and leave as little singles left as possible.
But no, that's stupid.
No, I know. I don't agree. I'm not saying it's stupid. It makes sense.
I can see how, like, some corporation or, like, someone in a company was like, oh, yeah, no, this makes sense. But it should have, someone should have, like, read that and be like, what about people who are trying to buy tickets separately?
Yeah.
And just shot down the idea.
MoviePass fucked everything up.
Yeah. But then we went to the counter because she couldn't do it at the counter either. Mm-hmm. But she could if we were buying both seats. And we were like, but we're doing MoviePass, and they still let us split it on each MoviePass card, and it worked.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, split payment. There you go.
Yeah, I was very worried it wouldn't, but that works.
Nice.
But, John, if you
Dave.
were going to see this movie again, what are you going to drink with while watching it?
Ooh, I actually didn't give this too much thought. I should have.
You want me to go first?
I want you to go first.
I think I'm going to enjoy it with a nice, cheap Chardonnay.
Yeah, that's excellent. Yes.
Yeah. Maybe a squeak toy to squeeze in the tense moments.
I forgot all about that scene. We need to talk about that scene because
Right.
it's just.
This whole episode's off the rails. It
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I just want a quick note about that. When they were trying to pull out the bullet, and then looking at his forehead, I'm like, there's no fucking way the bullet's still in there, man. Like in my head, that's like this movie's just so stupid. and then she cut, and oh boy, she cut.
Oh my god, that cut! I literally was just like sitting there, like Jesus fucking Christ, like
I
this
cackled.
needs to end.
When I saw that they just go beyond the hole, it's like beyond and go another inch and a half more. I was gone, and then he spit the fucking thing out in her face. It was, and then she's like, "Oh, what is this?" And she's tapping it, bone. Oh god, guys.
And then they're both just sitting there like.
I'm not a fan of the fake puking or the gag sounds. It plays there. It was
because you're in that situation, you're gonna throw up.
Yeah, awesome stuff.
All right.
So I just had to give that. I had to give that one its due. All right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck, I don't know, man. For some reason, I want to say mint julep just because it feels right.
All right.
I don't know why. It feels like a good game night drink, despite me never ever having one.
Oh, or a Tom Collins? Is that what he had in the bar?
That's what he had, the Tom Collins, which I do enjoy those.
I've never had one.
Those are like gin and tonic and lemonade.
Ooh, that does
It's wonderful.
sound good. That sounds very delightful.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That
wraps up our review of Game Night.
We really need Jimmy here to keep us in line, man.
We really do. When you and I are too positive about things,
I know, we're just so happy people.
Like that cynicism. We're just like, oh man, this was a great time. I loved going to the movies.
Everything's awesome. It's just wonderful.
Yeah. Let's hop into weekly recommendations, though. What have you been watching, Sheehan?
Actually, we actually didn't anticipate doing a show today, or at least I did not.
Yeah. Well, I'm on top of things.
Yeah. Well, I got shit going on, man. And I actually last night sat down to watch Mean Girls, another Rachel McAdams flick, man.
That movie is so good.
It really is. It holds up.
Yeah, I watched it just a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
When I was on a plane, and the people on my plane must have hated me because I was audibly laughing. Like, it's so good.
You go, Glenn Coco.
Stop trying to make fetch happen.
He's just too gay to function. She doesn't even go here. I can just.
We just sit here quoting Mean Girls for another hour and a half. Let's not do that.
Tina Fey's. This is probably Tina Fey's greatest movie.
Yeah.
She plays such a good role, like a legitimately good role in this one.
Yeah, she wrote it too, right?
I think so. I don't know. I'll say yeah. Why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Tina Fey wrote it. Tina Fey, great job. Sponsor the pod.
Yeah, Tina Fey. Yes, Tina Fey sponsored the podcast.
And we will have ad breaks for her. She needs it. I feel like she needs the white male demographic right now, right? The movie nerds.
No, I think she's done very well for herself.
I think we'll give her that six-pack bump, and she'll finally go.
We're going to be us two guys talking to ourselves in the basement, so we're going to be the ones that push her
we'll
over
put her
the edge.
like to superstardom. It'll be us.
Yep. And Amy Poehler being the dipshit mom always plays.
She was so great in that, too. That's probably the first movie I've ever seen Amy Poehler in.
I'm not a regular mom. I'm a cool mom.
I'm going to go with...
Okay,
unless you have another one.
We're not done talking about Mean Girls yet. Of the four Mean Girls
podcast.
Of the four Mean Girls, which one's the biggest disappointment? Obviously it's
Lindsay Lohan.
But the black girl, the super pretty black girl in it.
Who is she again?
I can't remember her name.
Probably her then.
Yeah, no, but I mean she didn't get into drugs and like go coke habit and
but
become
she also, I feel like she didn't do anything big after this, or else
I know. I feel like, what did she do wrong? Because she was great in this.
I don't know. Different time in Hollywood.
Probably.
People of color weren't as loved in Hollywood at the time. I don't know.
Editor's note number 4. Important. Oh my God. Did John and Dave both just call Lacey Shepard black? One of the 4 main girls in Mean Girls. They both, for 10 years, have thought that she's a black girl. How did this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. I can't believe I wasn't on the episode to call them out. That's literally insane.
And who do you think it upsets Amanda Seyfried? Siegfried? Yeah, do you think it upsets her that Lindsay Lohan's still more popular than she is?
No, because she's also not the train wreck Lindsay Lohan is.
But everyone knows Lindsay Lohan, and she's Amanda Seyfried. She's the girl with the big eyes.
I mean, she was also in Ted 2.
Again, that's a failure.
I enjoyed that movie.
It wasn't good, man. It wasn't good.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right, moving on from Mean Girls.
Fine. I could talk more. Go ahead. We'll stop talking about it, I guess.
If we're going to talk about it, we should actually watch the movie and do like a Throwback Thursday review of it.
Fine. I'm all for that.
Yes. My recommendation this week, I'm going to go with Final Space. It's Conan O'Brien's new show. It's an animated show. I think the first 3 episodes are just on tbs.com for people to watch, like whether you have cable or not. It's a little bit Rick and Morty-ish. It's not quite as weird and wacky, but it's set in space, cartoons. There's a weird glowing ball that destroys worlds. It's fun. I threw it on when I was hungover the other day, watched a couple episodes. I'll keep watching. Yeah,
good.
Not everything has to be like the end-all be-all, but it's a solid, got some time to kill. You don't want to think too hard. Throw that
All about those ones. Those are great.
All right. So
awesome.
Some 6-pack notes before we wrap up the episode.
Goodness.
This may be our last episode with John for a little while. He is taking a small sabbatical, y'all. He's having a kid, and apparently he has to like feed it and take care of it for a few weeks.
I think the first couple weeks the wife is feeding it. I need to just make sure she stays alive.
True.
Pretty important.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we like Mrs. Sheehan way more than we like Sheehan.
Trust me, you would.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I saw her once. She said hi.
Yeah.
So we're losing him. For the next few weeks, it's going to be just Jemmy and I. And then hopefully we will have John back just in time to do the Avengers next month. I think that's what we're planning on his first episode back.
Hopefully, yep. I actually think I may not be out that long. Maybe I will.
I think you're optimistic. I think having
I'm very
a kid's
optimistic.
gonna really
Yes.
kick your ass, and you might need like that full month and a half to come back.
But then I saw Chappaquiddick's coming out April 5th, and I was like, oh, maybe I want to do that too. So I don't know.
You might be able to see it. I don't know if you'll have time to sit down and record for like an hour and a half.
Oh no, recording is the easy part. Just going out and seeing it for 3 hours. That's the problem.
True. Don't be one of those people who brings the kid.
Never. No.
Hire a babysitter.
No, I'm not gonna be that guy. And I hate people who show up with the babies at a movie that starts at 10 o'clock. It just never made sense to me.
Oh man, if the movie's after 1 in the afternoon, don't bring a baby to it.
I'd say 3 o'clock.
3. I'll settle for 3. I disagree, but I'd be willing to accept.
No, because you gotta get the baby out of there by 5.
I think you gotta yeah. All right, that works.
Yeah.
A long movie, don't bring a baby ever.
Never. It can't be anything rated PG or higher.
Okay.
Only G-rated movies. That's where babies belong.
I agree.
We're making rules for everyone.
This is our last episode with him for a little while, but we're also switching up format, guys. We're going to be coming at you with 2 episodes a week moving forward pretty soon. I don't know if it'll take place this week, next week.
Probably
maybe when John comes back.
Yeah, probably when I come back.
Yeah, maybe when he comes back, maybe the week before, so we can start easing into it.
Mm-hmm. That would make sense.
Yeah, so we're going to be coming at you with our usual movie review every week, plus just current events and entertainment news, TV, if there's anything big that we want to talk about. We'll hop on, record a quick podcast. So
yeah.
We might not always drop on Mondays anymore, but we'll still be coming at you twice as often.
I think we're shooting for Friday release.
Yeah, I think that's the
but
goal.
We're playing that by ear. You never know. There's a big Yankee trade.
True.
Push us back
There's a big
few
Yankee
days.
trade, or we miss something and have to record late.
Yep.
Shit happens.
It does.
All
right, guys.
But in the meantime, we'll see you guys next week. Love you.
Hey, thanks to Toys R Us for sponsoring us this week.
Yes, and Tina Fey, sponsor the pod.
All right. Bye.
Ooh, all the rebels is for kicks now. I've been feeling it since 1966 now. Knocking over the night.